Hello, hello, and welcome back to Air and Fire of Light. It is me, Princess. Don't come in here. You don't need to be on my video. And that's my granddaughter, y'all. She with me. So I want to clean and clear this energy, this negative energy from my desk, from around me, from my readings, from around the collective, the people that's for my highest good, watching me for their highest good. Okay. Cleanse and clear all negative energy. So this reading is for the sign of Pisces, anywhere in your chart, sun, moon, Venus, or rising sign, anywhere in your chart. I'm gonna show that. How you get it back to red? Okay. I'm like, what in the world's going on with this? All right. So I will be doing a reading. Hopefully, y'all are having a wonderful Monday, Moon Day, Monday. So yesterday we had the sun was out earlier, and then it was like really warm, really warm, and then all of a sudden it got um, it started raining. Okay, later on though, but yesterday, the start of yesterday was so nice. The sun was out. It was kind of warm. It was a little hot out. Everybody was outside. I even saw eczema covered up, trying to cover their face and everything. But you know, I know it was them. They do security on Sundays. Saturdays, Sundays. Um, yeah, when they was waiting on the bus, they had their face covered. But I know it was them. It's the energy. Energy don't lie. Energy lets you know who's around you. Okay? Even if you don't want to see them, sometimes the energy will let you know that a person is around and watching. Okay. But anyway, this is for the sign of Pisces. Anywhere in your chart, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, or North Node. Okay, I ask that the holy angels, Archangel Michael, come around me at this moment and his present time, Archangel Samuel, Archangel Uriel. So you are getting justice already. Justice out the gate. Justice. Or somebody is not getting justice. They're in disharmony. Injustice. There's some injustice going on here because somebody got rejected. Two of Cups in reverse. So them two came out first before I even started shuffling my cards, asking for protection around me. I asked my higher self be present, my archangels, my angels, my ancestors, my spirit guides, my higher self, my ascended masters, my spirit animals. Archangel Michael, Archangel Samuel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron. Thank you for your presence and thank you for your protection. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for the truth. Thank you for true, concise messages that will be coming out here on this table at this present time. And thank you for this reading. Okay. There is the Eight of Wands. So messages are coming through. It says take action. Life is moving ahead. Rapid action. Okay. Somebody is in disharmony. They suffer some injustice here. They're very irresponsible. Some irresponsibility here. They're upset because they have been rejected. They're in separation and it's some disharmony here. And then there's some action. Okay, rapid action, movement, quick decision. So they had to make a quick decision. Somebody had to make a quick decision here. That's kind of Pisces. You could be the magician. Okay, somebody tried to trick you, was very deceptive, and being creative with blockages. So somebody was trying to creatively trick you. They was trying to play games. This King of Swords here. You could be this King of Swords, or you could have Aquarius anywhere in your chart. You are capable of seeing from all perspectives here. You are head over heels. I mean, you know head over heart. I say head over heels. I need my glasses. So you know how to make a head over heart decision here. Okay, you're disciplined. You know the truth. You know how to tell the truth. The Page of Swords is also here. Take time to think before you act. So Spirit wants you to take time to think before you act. Somebody should have been taking time to think before they act. Princess, what are you doing? Somebody is in a hangman position here. Looking at the world from a different perspective. Okay, and the Seven of Pentacles is also here. Don't forget to stop and look back at your achievements. Work hard and perseverance, progression, and reflection. And then there's also a Six of Pentacles. Okay, so sharing your wealth builds more wealth. Clarity, charity, generosity, sharing, and giving. Somebody messing with my words today, or my words is just off. The Sun. Okay, something could have been illuminated about this person doing dark magic on you. Okay, being a trickster, being deceptive, trying to block your creativity, your mind. So it's a new day. It's the beginning of something new. Vitality, blessings, enlightenment, joy, warmth, and life. So this person tried to block your vitality, your blessings, your enlightenment, your joy, your warmth, and your life. Want your whole life blocked here. So they was tricking you. Somebody was tricking you into something, into a relationship or something. This could be a family member. It could be a child for some of you, trying to trick you into a marriage. This King of Swords. Be ready to receive all opportunities coming your way. Community, home, and celebration. Judgment in reverse. Doubt, destruction, blame, avoidance, procrastination. So somebody was doubting you. They was being very destructive. They was blaming you, avoiding you, procrastinating. Okay, to do something. But you had a different perspective about some sacrifice. Somebody trying to sacrifice you. Five of Cups. Somebody could have left you out in the cold, made you feel sad. Okay, with all the knowing, the sun will shine. Okay, there's some loss, grief, disappointment, and despair. Somebody could have lost a loved one here. Six of Swords. Beware of what you take with you when you leave. Transition, leaving behind and moving on. So somebody left something behind. Okay, transition. They left behind someone. A Queen of Swords. Okay, this King of Swords could have left this Queen of Swords behind. They are communicating clear what's best for everyone. Completely perspective, clear-minded. Okay, you could have been as Queen of Swords, but there's a King of Swords here and a Queen of Swords here. So there's two. There's a King of Swords and a Queen of Swords. It says you are communicating clearly what's best for everyone. Complexity, perspective, and clean-minded. So you must be a clean, clear-minded person. You know what you want. You know how to get what you want. You're dealing with what you want. Okay, you're allowing somebody to come to you and tell you what it is, but your perspective, okay, is here. You may be complex to some people. They may not understand you or understand anything that you do, how you move. They may not understand the way you move, the way you talk, okay, how you live, anything. Six of Cups in reverse. So there is some leaving You left a home, okay? You stepped outside. You were independent. You started moving forward. So you left someone. You left someone's home, and you started becoming independent, okay, and moving forward in your life, okay? You didn't care that you left somebody behind. Thank you. Says no, you didn't. You didn't care at all. Why do you feel trapped or blocked in your actions? You may have felt trapped or blocked in your actions with this King of Swords, okay, and a marriage here. It seems you are paralyzed, but you can move. Okay, you may have felt some imprisonment, some entrapment, and some self victimization about a Four of Wands, about some marriage, about a commitment here, about celebrating with a King of Swords. Okay, maybe you have air any somewhere in your chart. You could have air as Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus as well, or North Node. What else? Thank you. Then we have what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. There's some karma here. Okay. Good luck, karma, destiny, cycles, opportunity. So there's an opportunity for some karma, some good luck. While you're on your destiny, the Hierophant is here. The all-seeing, all-knowing God is here. Okay. Spiritual guidance, teaching, and education, divine laws. So God sees everything. God knows everything. God knows about your crying, your sorrow, you being in this hangman position. Okay, maybe he needs to slow you down for something so you can get a higher perspective about something. Sacrifice how you do certain things. I don't know. What else? But you have the Six of Wands. Okay, you have earned every success. You have victory. You have success. You have public reward. You're getting publicly rewarded here. You're on your high horse. Maybe you don't see this person. You don't even look to them, look their way. Okay, this is the Lover's card in reverse. Gemini could be in reverse. Secrets, disharmony, conflict, temptation. So you could have felt like this lover had a whole lot of secrets. They were disharmony with you. They had a lot of conflict and temptation. Okay, maybe you felt this about this Queen of Swords. Eight of Wands. Okay, you had some messages about taking action, equal give and take with this Queen of Swords, or this is what she was doing to you. And you felt like she was being secretive and disharmony and conflict and temptation. Okay, you felt like she was being tempting towards you. Okay, but the Four of Cups is here. You could have been bored with this situation. Don't close yourself off to new ideas and paths. Miss opportunity, apathy, seduction, and close off. Okay, you could have been seclusion, not seduction, seclusion. Okay, you got illuminated about something that this person left you and was stepping out, outside, independent, moving forward. Okay, and then you felt like it was a missed opportunity that they left you. You could have felt closed off. What else, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels? King of Swords, Four of Wands, Eight of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Life is difficult right now. Help is around the corner. Somebody is in need, poverty, low resources, and hardship. Okay, because of some Seven of Cups here. Somebody could have been in a lot of illusions. Okay, searching for purpose, daydreaming, choices, imagination. Because they were carrying a lot of burdens here. Ten of Wands. There is always more than one way to do things. Okay, and they took everything on for themselves because they felt like that they could do it. They could do it all. Accomplishments, responsibility, burdens. So they felt like they can carry their own burdens, and they didn't want to do anything with this person. Okay. Maybe you felt like you can carry your own burdens. You're responsible. Okay, you're accomplishing things. That is the truth. This the Ace of Swords. Speak your truth to achieve your goals, breakthrough, clarities, sharp mind, and logic. So you've been using your logic, your mind. Okay, you've been in the Six of Wands. You're already getting victory here. You have success. You're getting public rewards, recognition. Okay, and you're speaking your truth, and you're having a breakthrough. You have a sharp mind. You're using logic and truth. Own your space. Okay, the Emperor is here. It says own your space in the world with confidence, authority, leadership, fatherhood, pioneer of new lands. You could be the Emperor. You could be an Aries here. What have you learned from this journey? So Spirit is asking you, what have you learned from this journey? Ten of Pentacles. Everything has come to fruition. Your master, you master all stages. Legacy, inheritance, and culmination. Okay, you got a Ten of Pentacles here. So what have you learned from the journey? What have you learned from your journey? You need to sit and think about it. Take time to think about the truth, what you learned, whether it was your burdens, how you got through those burdens, about your life, your trials, your tribulations, whatever it is. What did you learn? That's what Spirit is asking. They want to know, what did you learn? What did you learn while you were on this journey? Eight of Cups. Okay, you could have walked away from somebody that left you out in the cold. You made a decision and you act with faith and confidence. Focus on personal truth. Search of meaning, spiritual journey. Okay, so you had to go on a spiritual journey after you got kicked out from this person. Okay, they put you in some form of need or poverty or low resources or hardship. They put you in some form of hardship here. And you walked away. You just said, okay, they're going to put me in hardship. Okay, you had to focus on your personal truth, your personal goals. You had to search for meaning. You had to go on your own spiritual journey here because of them putting you out or leaving you out in the cold, leaving you outside. Okay, what else, Holy Spirit? The Chariot. Okay, triumph in the face of difficulty. You have a drive, willpower, confidence, direction, and ambition. So you have the drive, you have the confidence here, you have willpower, you're in direction, and you're very ambitious about it. You're very ambitious about where you're going. You know where you're headed. Find your inspiration to take action. Looking ahead, expansion, rapid growth. Three of Wands. So you're looking to expand, to take action. Okay, you're looking ahead to have a rapid growth here. Listen to your inner voice when you're making decisions. Difficult choices, indecision, and confusion. Maybe you were dealing with a lot of confusion, some indecision, some bad choices with the King of Pentacles, or you could be this King of Pentacles as well. You are solving issues in a practical way. Abundance, generosity, provider, and realistic. Okay, so you know how to use your money practically. Somebody was being sneaky and deceptive, trying to watch out for deceit and trying to conceal some things. Somebody was trying to trick you. They was using tactics and strategy here. Maybe about a celebration, about you being in the Three of Cups, celebrating all the love and successes in your life, gathering and celebrating abundance, support, and sharing. So maybe somebody was upset and trying to be sneaky about them collaborating and celebrating with other people. You know this. You had to go within to get all the answers here. The Hermit. You could be also dealing with a Virgo. All the answers to life lie within you. Solitude, contemplation, introspective, and enlightenment. Okay. Temperance. Seek balance and moderation, harmony, middle path, moderation, balance, finding meaning. You had to find some meaning about this relationship. Okay, you had to find some balance within you because this person was always looking outside. They were burdened. Okay, maybe they were burdened because they were sitting in the house with you. Maybe they were burdened by being with you and they wanted to go outside. Okay, they were sad that they was even inside with you, going through a relationship. Okay, it was some disharmony here, injustice. Okay, you were disharmonizing with somebody. Y'all were not together on the same plane. You could have been collaborating with some people. Accept help when you need it. You needed teamwork, collaboration, group success. Okay, be open. You started taking a fool's journey, being open to embark on a so you went on a new adventure. Mm-hmm. Somebody upset because I'm getting this out. So you went on a new adventure. Mm-hmm. You took a fool's journey. Somebody upset. I'm telling on them. You were either them. Took a full journey. An innocent step toward a new beginning. You wandered off. You were trying to be curious. You needed a new path of life. So you took a fool's journey. You was trying to be open to embark on a new adventure. You started adventuring towards an Ace of Cups. So you opened your heart and received emotions around you. So you started going out partying, okay, trying to find a place for your feelings, some new romance. All right. You felt like you needed to get out and party. You needed to go celebrate. Okay, by dealing with this Queen of Swords. And there was a tower here. Okay, there's a tower here coming from this collaboration. I always expect the unexpected. There was some upheaval, a disaster, foundational shift. So something shifted, some sort of foundation shifted with this Queen of Swords or this Virgo. Okay, this King of Swords. Something has shifted here. The Four of Pentacles. Holding on keeps you from growing and evolving. So this person was trying to hold on to you. They didn't want you to grow. They didn't want you to evolve. They wanted you to conserve your energy. Okay, security. They wanted you to be frugal. Give them your money. Okay, they didn't want you to balance yourself. They didn't want you to grow. They didn't want you to evolve. Okay, this person wanted you to conserve everything for them or with them. They wanted to build up some form of security with you here. There's a death here. Holding on to what is decayed. Okay, so something has been over a long time ago. You were still holding on to some form of attachment. You had some fear, some illusion, and you were depressed. Or if this wasn't you, this was somebody else. Somebody went through some form of depression, some illusion. Okay. They had some attachments. Self-centered. This person was self-centered, smothering, jealous. Okay, very jealous. Didn't want you to get out, didn't want you to be with nobody. They was trying to smother you, always up under you. This person was jealous. Knight of Cups, okay? But you followed your heart, okay? And treat others with love, romance, idealistic, following one's dreams and heart. Okay, so you started following your own dreams. You separated from this Queen of Swords and this King of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, you could have separated from this King of Pentacles. Okay, this reading is supposed to be for a Pisces here. So you could have been young. You could be a Pisces here, but you could be young. You could have went towards a Queen of Swords or a Queen of Pentacles here. All right. But she was in the reverse. She was very jealous, jealous hearted, self-centered. She was smothering. She felt entitled to everything that you wanted or everything that you had. She was romantic because you were being romantic and idealistic. You were following your own dreams in your heart. You could have been a wounded warrior. Nine of Wands. You had to believe in yourself and take the courage to continue. Okay. You had to be persistent and you needed some strength. Okay. And maybe you got some strength from dealing with this person that put you in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody is disorganized. They have a lot of loss, failure, and missed opportunity here. So they're very disorganized. This Queen of Wands, okay, you can always call on your natural talent, courage, determination, passion, and joy. So maybe you need to call on your courage. Maybe you needed to go in and get you some courage, find you some courage about yourself. Okay, determination and some passion. There's a Knight of Swords here as well. You are strong and ready to take the world on. Ready to take on the world. Okay, you're fearless. You're ambitious. Oh my God. And impulsive. You could have been very fearless, ambitious, and impulsive. The Moon. That could be a secret here. But you see through the illusions and deceptions. You use your subconscious mind. You know about the illusions and the fear, okay, that people try to put on you. You know about this secret. You know about the moon. It's out. You know about it. They can't hide it from you. Five of Swords. You could have been in Five of Swords energy, trying to use that, win at all costs, no matter what. Winning at all costs. Betrayal, selfishness. Eight of Pentacles. You could have been working on this constantly. The balance of work and play is important for your creativity, diligent, passion, and high standards. Okay, you could have been constantly working on being a better person, being diligent about your passions, trying to enjoy your single life, enjoying all your rewards, enjoying all your hard work, the fruits of your labor. Okay, learning how to not be a reckless spender. Queen of Wands again. Okay, you are always on your creative. You can always call on your natural talent. Okay, you're very courageous, you're determined, passion, and you're in joy. And the Queen of Cups. You showed up at the end of this reading. Allow healing, love, and nurturing. You have a lot of compassion. You're intuitive, you're feminine, you're healing, and you have a high perspective here. Oh my God. I just had a whole coughing fit. My lashes feel like they're about to fall off. Oh my God. Somebody was angry. They didn't want me to get that out. About this Pisces. Okay. They didn't want me to tell on this Pisces. Or this Pisces. They didn't want you to know what they were doing. Okay, they don't want you to know anything. They want you all choked up, not knowing the truth, not hearing the truth. Okay, you a Pisces. You could be a Pisces sun, moon, rising, north node. You could have Pisces in your north node. There's a man here that's trying to sit on your shoulders, trying to go with you, trying to be with you. Or if you're a woman, or if you're a man, there's a woman trying to run you. Okay, trying to move you the way that she wants you to move. Bold, meeting basic needs, food. Okay, maybe somebody met all your food requirements. Somebody made all your basic needs of sustenance. All your needs were met. Refilling your spirit. Okay, you could have been constantly refilling your spirit all the time. You could have needed a bowl. You could have had a bowl here. What else? Thank you. Kangaroo. Family unity. Strength. Okay, you got some form of strength with family unity. Some roll with the punches. You know how to roll with the punches. You're very ambitious. Your protection, ease of moment, home away from home, aggressive protection. So you're always outside. Kangaroos are very aggressive. They are very protective of their babies, their young. Okay, very protected. Maybe you were away from home a lot and you started rolling with the punches because it was the moment. It was the ease of the moment. It was the ease for a moment for you. Rhinoceros. You could have had some success, some sex. You could have had some sex. You could have had some success with wealth or sex here because I keep saying sex. Symbolizes luck and hope. Reasonable, but cantankerous. I don't know what that is. Cantankerous. Cantankerous. Beast who allows nothing. Okay, you don't allow anything. Somebody needed control here. Where's my phone? I need to look up cankerous because it sounds like it's a sword or something. And my phone going dead. So this sounds like a sword or something. To me, it sounds like a sword. Let me see. Oh my God. This phone be getting on my nerves. Cankerous. Let me spell that Canc. Hmm, Is that a K? I can't see now without my glasses. Cantankerous. Tanker. Person who is bad tempered. Oh, so this person is bad tempered, argumentative, uncooperative, and generally difficult to deal with. Wow. Often used for someone habitually complaining or grumpy. It can also describe stubborn, obstructive things. It likely originated in the 18th century from a blend of contentious or ranchers. So somebody is bad tempered here, irritable, grumpy, grouchy, nasty. They very testy, quarrelsome, disagreeable, contrary. Irrational. Man, wow. They are something to, they need control here. That's what the cards say. They have a lot of bouts and moves, okay, to stand in their way. They don't like nobody standing in their way. Rhinoceros, they sound like a bully to me. Run your ass over real quick. Hit you with their fucking horn right in your face. They don't care nothing about you or nobody else. They'll hit you. Okay. Real they need some discipline. Okay, they're a beast out here. Always angry. Okay, want to fight, want to be argumentative. This just they can't take things for what it is. They don't like stuff to be for what it is. If you say you didn't do something, you didn't do it. You know, some people will lie though. No, you gotta take the, you gotta know who you're dealing with. Not everybody is a liar here. Okay, sexy or foxy. You could be sexy or foxy to this person. A good look, a good luck omen. Okay, fox in the hen house. Somebody could say you are a fox in the hen house. A desire to stay single or work alone. Okay, you could be quick, witty, and sneaky. Okay, you could be desiring to stay alone here. Bicycle. You could progress. You could like riding bikes a lot. Renewal. Okay, you could be renewing how you are outside, promising times ahead. Transportation. Maybe that's how you get around. That's how you move around. Okay, maybe you exercise a lot on your bikes, on a bike here. Okay, you could be constantly riding a bike. You could constantly be needing a ride. Mhm. Maybe you ride your bike to get around certain places. Or you could just be exercising. You don't always necessarily have to ride your bike just to get around. Hammer. Somebody could have been trying to hammer a situation, building something, relationships, friendships, connecting. Okay, they could have been trying to learn how to build with somebody else, build a new relationship, trying to build some fresh connections, trying to look for something with substance here. Okay, refilling their spirit, trying to find somebody who could feed them with basic needs, I guess, just the basic needs. Excuse me. Something is white. Man, this light is getting on my nerves right now. White, fresh mindset. Okay, you could be the key player. Remember, I said the fool's journey. It says the fool here, keeping an open mind, being flexible and adaptive. Okay, you could be innocent. You could have been a new beginner at something. You started a new mindset. Remember that came out when you had a new perspective and you start searching and going outside and trying to be around new people. Umbrella. Okay, you could have found somebody you were trying to be that was in their femininity, fashion, shelter, presence, power, prosperity, protection, royalty, a need for protection. Okay, maybe you felt like you needed to protect this woman, or you was in a need to protect this person, or they was in a need to protect you. What color is this? No, it's a book. So book is here. Book says facts. Some to light. Okay. Some too light. Reaching for the details. Okay, read a good book, learning, getting needed info. So maybe you start reading a good book about this fox here. Maybe you start trying to figure out about this fox, trying to learn about them. Okay, you was getting needed information about this person that you were attracted to. This person that was smart, quick, witty, sneaky. You felt like they were sneaky. You felt like they had a desire to be too single, okay, or work alone. Okay, you wanted to know more about this person. Okay, you knew that they exercise, they work out. Okay, maybe you was attracted to them, Pisces. Codependency. Maybe you heard this person was codependent, clingy, needy. They needed a rescuer. Okay, that they needed some help. Somebody lied to you. Okay, they told you this person was codependent, or you could be this codependent person. Somebody out here is codependent here, clingy and needy. Okay, they need rescuing. Chaser, runner, dynamic, always running away. Substance issues, addictions. So somebody is dealing with addictions here, substance issues. Okay, maybe you always outside chasing this woman, or this woman is always outside trying to chase you. Somebody is codependent on you, codependent on your energy, very clingy and needy. They always want to be up under you. Always, no matter what. Okay? They run behind you. It don't matter. You could be dealing with the police. You could be this police. You could be the police officer. You could help people, give advice. You could be hiding something as well. Be on the lookout. Okay? Things coming to light. Okay? Rules. You should ask for help from someone in authority, or somebody with some structure. Maybe you need to call the police, or maybe you're working with the police. Okay, maybe you started working with the police here. Mm, I don't know. You could be an officer. You could be dealing with the police. Itchy. Somebody is itchy. They itching. They itching to meet an old friend or enemy. They could be itching from an enemy, advance in position, or a loss. Someone speaking of you for the better or worse. So somebody been talking about y'all. They've been talking about how you are an itchy ass person. You could be itching below your penis, your vagina could be itching. Okay, your face could be itching all the time. Okay, somebody is always talking about you, speaking of you, for the better or for the worse. You could have lost this person. This person could have left you, walked away. Mm-mm. Discovering legacy or sorrow. So somebody is discovering that you are a legacy, and they're in great sorrow. Okay. They know that you are on a happy journey, good or bad, money in and out, a joy or disappointment. You could be a joy or a disappointment to somebody here. Pisces. We still doing a reading for Pisces. Okay, so you could be very itchy. You could be trying to meet someone new, or somebody gave you something itchy. Dog, this person was not loyal. This is in reverse. So somebody was not loyal here. Not loyal at all. Okay. They weren't happy. They weren't loyal. They weren't faithful. They weren't devoted. They were a dog. Okay. They didn't have the ability to devote themselves. Okay. They didn't care about your pain here. Blue. Somebody could like the color blue. They could be called blue. That their name could be blue. Their favorite color could be blue. They could be blue at this moment, depressed, sadness, needing water, needing to use their intuition. They need to open some space. They need some inspiration. Okay. Okay. So this person is wearing a mask. They're blue. They could have looked like this. You could have looked like that yesterday. I saw you if you did. If your face, you had your face covered in that security shirt, I saw you. So I'm telling you right now, I saw you with that little band on your head. Yep, blue. Their emotions. Okay, sad. Yep, I saw you out there. Mm-mm. Teal. This person did not have clarity about you. Okay, they didn't have a good, clear perception or a reception of you. They didn't have clear judgment of you. This came out in reverse. Great communication. Y'all didn't have great communication. Okay, this person does not know their self in reverse. This person did not know themselves at all. They didn't know anything about themselves. They're very codependent, always wanting to be with somebody. If you move, I move, just like that. Okay, maybe you had to call the police on this person. Maybe you had to seek somebody in authority to deal with this person here. I have no idea. I don't know. There ain't nobody watching it. But I'm telling you right now, this is what's going on. This is what I'm feeling drawn to here. Okay, somebody was a friend, could have had a friend, could have a friend as a police officer. Okay, you could trust this person. This could be a quiet connection. You may not want people to know that you're friends with this officer here. You could feel comfortable with this person. You could hang out with this person, doing nothing with them, and someone you just like. This could be a pal of yours, somebody that you support or supports you, some form of authority that is a friend here. Okay, you could have told this person that you had flowers. You were itching with flowers. Maybe you had some flowers down there with a love or a couple. You could have bought some flowers to a couple during the springtime, some romance, hot romance. You could have been happy, vibrant, okay? Could have had some form of growth, union, watching things bloom and grow. You were watching things bloom and grow here. Love. What else, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels? That dog was carrying a flower here, and the dog came out in reverse. So somebody is not loyal here, and they got a flower in their mouth. And there's another flower. Okay, bees, hardworking person, fertilization, life stuff sustaining, steam, sweet situation, growth, growth again. There goes some more growth. Okay, seeking growth, a provider, respected and fearless. Mm. There could have been some bees on this flower that this person gave you. Nail, nail, rebuilding. Okay, something was not solid. They try to nail something without it being solid. It needs structuring. Okay, I need a little structuring. I'm a little rusty here. I ain't like everybody else yet. Okay, I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. Okay, but it's a bulldozer. Wow. So maybe somebody tried to painful but truthful. Okay, maybe somebody tried to bulldoze over you. They didn't have nothing steady here. Not even their communication. They tried to nail in a coffin here with no coffin. A nail, no coffin. Hitting the nail on the head. Put a pin in it or put a pin in it for later. New beginning needed. Flawed situation. Entire moment. Mm-mm. Now, I ain't got my glasses, so it's really hard for me to read these words that's coming out. Jam. Stressed in life. So somebody feels like that they're stressed in life. They need to be cautious. A new start in life. Change direction. Feeling stuck in a situation. Situation will not work out in future as planned. Okay. Look at the positive side of in a jam, a sticky situation. So somebody is feeling like they're in a sticky situation here. They got jammed up. Okay. And somebody is not, um, they're in bed. Okay. They having intimate times. They've been cheating. Restful slumber. Deep personal connection. Polyamorous. Big family. Co-sleeping. Retiring. No, it says retreating from the world. Home security. Dreaming and sleep. So somebody was booed up. Booed up. You see them? They was cheating. They had intimate times with somebody. You might have fucked that up for somebody. You might have messed it up. Somebody was booed up with you. It could have been a rebound for this person. Recording a very successful, very sticky situation. Somebody was in a very sticky situation. You had to do a cord cut and probably cutting things away. Okay. In order to hold things together. Okay, you had to start fixing things. Yep, you had to cut somebody out your life here because it was a sticky situation. You had to cut the cords in order to hold things together in your life for you. You had to fix some things. Yep. Pink. Something is pink here. Conservation. Save your pennies. Okay. Healthy choices. You need to make healthy choices. Be intelligent. And don't run away with your spending. Okay. Don't run away with your spending or moderation. Don't run away without being moderate. Okay. Don't run away with how you spend your money. That's what they saying here. Run, fun. So somebody wants to have fun into the swing of things. You want to get back into the swing of things. You want to have fun. You want to be playful. Maybe you want kids. Maybe you want to have kids. Maybe you have kids. Okay, maybe you're thinking about your childhood and how you used to play. Maybe you're thinking about a lot of fun that you used to have, but you had a tower here. Control. It says controlling foundations. It says meant to allow Be built. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I can't see. I got it. I don't even know where my glasses at. So it says allow for it to be built. Okay. Break up with stability. Maybe you broke up with someone that was stable for you. Okay. A high rise building, upsetting event. Okay. Unexpected happenings. You had a tower moment. Something fell apart here. Something with someone fell apart here. And then you have cloaked. Somebody thought they was cloaked. Somebody thought they were covered up, that you couldn't see them. They were concealing themselves. They was trying to hide their face from you. You see how his hat is pulled over his face? Somebody tried to hide themselves from you. They didn't think that you saw them. They thought if they cloaked themselves, you wouldn't notice them. You wouldn't see them. Okay? They wanted to save for a rainy day, hidden or invisible. Okay? They needed to use caution. Okay? They felt like they were out in the element. They needed self protection. They were curious, curiosity, cold weather, colder weather. So they tried to cloak themselves, hide themselves. They didn't want you to see them at all. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, or rising. I'm sorry this took so long on my next reading. I am not doing a sign. I need to go get my glasses so I can see what I'm reading. But YouTube is messing with my lives because they keep on messing up. But anyway, I know it is. It's slowing down. It's choppy. It's messed up in certain areas. My voice, it's a lot going on here. All right. And I know I'm being personally attacked. I don't care what nobody say. I know I am because I'm struggling with reading. I can read. I have a degree in college. I can read. Ain't nothing wrong with my reading. Is something wrong with my eyes. My eyes have been going bad. And the older I get, the more my eyes is getting worse. Getting bad, I guess. But anyway, that's the end of Pisces read, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in your chart. Hopefully you can come back and watch the next one. If you did not like it, I get it. Maybe I was taking too long to get out the words or taking too long to hurry up with my reading. Maybe you didn't like it. I don't know. I don't care. But anyway, please like, share, comment. Okay, hopefully you got the information you needed. And that is all for the signs of Pisces. I'm about to go and get my glasses so I can see what the hell I'm reading. Bye.